Uh, let's also, I want to give, I think that this book's called How to Deal with Foes by David Goldberg. And David Goldberg was a white Jew. He even called out the white Jews who individually who are racist in his book in Hollywood. So I don't, there's no anti-Semitic. You know, he didn't sound like Treasure from Dr. Phil, okay? I'm sure he loved his Jewish background and being white. However, he called the truth is like I call other thugs and hoodlums who make our community look terrible, okay? You know, in the ghetto, okay, that white rich supremacists love to use it as William Lynch. I mean, well, the William Lynch letter as well, but also um, those who step and fetch your blackface. You probably don't have to put no blackface on somebody unless they're very light or they probably camera light me because I'm not too light. You know, I'm light up, but not too light like the Cabernet color. But I'm not no dog trying to light the West Nights. You know, they love to use, you know, those images. And that's why they use gangster hip hop. And that's why I ain't got. That's why I have not received a record contract, which is good. I don't need a record contract for somebody who want to explore my African part of my mixed heritage, because I don't have a pure black heritage. I have a mixed heritage of African American, French, Spanish, Creole, English, Irish, and saying on with the black and down mess or Mohel Rasa and all the other crap. Okay, now we're gonna talk about this. A lot of people had make comments and laugh of my struggle, which one day, you know, that's why that when Hurricane Harvey happened, part of me did not feel sorry for those who fit in that criteria. I ain't said the ones who didn't, so I ain't talking about you if you're a victim. But those, first of all, as a individualistic person who lives in a white Anglo-Saxon Protestant conservative state that was stolen from a mixed race Afro mestizo country called Mexico. Okay, this country, this state has been it was the last state, first state that got took away from another country. Although Florida joined the Confederacy, but Spain, I mean, I think Andrew Jackson bought Spain. But let's be real, it was already part of Mexico. It got stolen, so it was the first country, first state, excuse me, first state that ever became a country of its own and joined the Confederacy. That was taken out and stolen due to the drug incident in the Alamo when he fell in love with the mulatto woman, Yellow Rose of Texas, Emma Morgan West. Um, and you know, saying over slavery, because the album was about slavery, was not about because Anglos came here illegally, which they did, okay, from the South, was a mix of pure black slaves. It was about that, but it was not that about them being kicked out illegally, about them going against the law that Vicente Guerrero, the second president of Mexico, who was Alpha Mestizo, okay, who banned slavery in September 15, 1829, okay? That's what it was about, okay? They wanted, when the Mexican government in the state Coahuila and Texas was together, Texas is the Spanish version for Texas, they didn't want to obey that law, and when they had to, they asked the Mexican government to pay them each slave they lost, because you know slave was about money, okay? About the Africans in Africa, so other Africans, other tribes to white people, which is our African ancestors on the ship, and so our white ancestors who later on, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So even I had to deal with that now. That's why you said some Nigerian folks who don't like us. Some I said, oh, especially from the Igbo tribe who don't like us in Houston. Okay, so because this reminded of slavery. Hello, I'm letting y'all know that. Okay, now, so when they stole this state, okay, from Mexico by drug consenting Anna, when he lost focus and got high and had lust for having sex with this mulatto woman, that's what lost his. It also that even you can't get lustful or get high if you're trying to get a goal in life. There's even in entrepreneurship, those are distractions, and those are demonic extractions, if you know, in the spiritual sense. So he lost the war. Sam Houston, David Crockett, you know, Clay and Smith and all these other white Anglo-Saxons who were so happy to have folks who were African descent, many of the mulatto, who had black moms, white daddy, who married white women. You know, there's no lie about that in Texas, Republican Texas. All of them became a slave and begged them on their knees and kissed their hands and feet in their butt and their ass, or the cuss up here, to stay in Republic of Texas and marry to a white wife and have a black mama who was slave and white daddy as a slave master. Okay, now because they fought on the side of Sam Houston, fought against Mexico, along with the Hanos that did, okay, who was a strawberry picking and cotton picking. You had either dark ones who were pure, who was on Master's side too. So let's be real. So everybody told me it was Mexican and black folks part of this too. Yeah, they was cotton picking, strawberry picking motherfucker. Okay, if they was in the house slave field, they still had a cotton picking mindset, and they had those little strawberry picking manga working folks on their damn side trying to kiss the white man's ass. Okay, white racist man, so cuss up here. So anyway, point is, so that's what it was. And they got screwed. Do you see their names all over the text? No. On the monuments and shit? No, they don't. These university, like University of Sam Houston and statue? No, you do not. So, in that book about by Rosa Swartz, um, Across the River Freedom, Negroes and Massacre, U.S. Negroes and Massacre, it did mention that the free people of color were poor. Okay, the folks that had money wasn't their money, was the slave. They were controlled by their rich white master. Okay, in the house or the field. So the people here in Texas are Akron and Sin who are not awoke, just like the Portuguese here in Texas, Latino, who got Spanish and African too. The one mentioned the black poor. Okay, what we see was white. Saying it want to be pure white also. They have this Portugal and cotton picking mentality down here in Texas. Okay, so when during the '90s when I had got accepted into that mindset in the 80s. But when things started to happen to me, just like Nat Turner, when he got his ass whooped, when you tell the slaves to stay in the place, okay, and twist the Bible, and if you watch that movie for Dave Parker, what's that movie called? Bird of Nation, not the old school that helps segregation. I'm talking about the new Bird of Nation that Nate Parker made, okay? Truth of the matter is, it woke me up in the early 90s and late, actually started in the 80s, late 80s. And then I started to question about my heritage, okay? About why this is that and why you have folks trying to be hotel but still go along with this white supremacy because I didn't understand their dynamic at all. Until I started doing my research as a 13-year-old back in 93, going on 14 years old, on my family tree and started looking at one thing. The media at the time was a true liberal media. It was the talk shows talk about this, and as I watching talk shows, I was just watching for entertainment. I was watching for learning. Even they had folks arguing. You had folks spoke stuff that you didn't hear, on a daily basis, and they had books out to go read, which led me to read. It wasn't. I didn't like to read growing up as a kid. Especially my grandma was trying to make me read. But when this started to hurt you, I had to be knowledgeable. As what the Bible says, people suffer of a lack of knowledge. Okay, in 4:6 of Hosea. So I had to go to the library. I didn't, saying why I couldn't go out with my friends and they had that gangstering going on and folks getting in trouble. I didn't want to be an statistic and you want to be killed or be killed by police, killed by gangster, robbed, and everything else. When I was sheltered in the house as a teenager, didn't get a chance to go out as much and didn't go out and date as much. I was reading books. Okay, I was going to the library, beg my dad as I was going to private school to go downtown and read those books. I was using the internet a lot. I kept it on the low, okay? Because your family was not always into that stuff. They was also trying to be against me, a gatekeeper of it. But I was persistent and had faith. So as I became 18 years old in August of 1997, I had to break away from it. I really found people who really were, who were my friends and who were not my friends, and those who were gatekeeper of my problem were the enemies, and those who were against it were my friends. But I didn't have too many of them around, so I started to not hang with those people, the old family friends, older people who went to school. Yeah, you're not on my side. You're going against me. You want me to put your stupid agenda in my life that I want no part of. So I started to have an independent mind as I went to work and went to work, and I'm a very expressive person. You had people who did not like me for having an expressive personality. I'm an extrovert, okay? I talk a lot. I see myself as a leader. I don't see myself as a follower. And I'm there to work and get along with you. I'm not trying to have beef with the supervisor or with the coworkers, but if you're gonna have that, I'm gonna look at the attitude, your behavior more than your title. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody near me, in my circle, in me, around with trying to give that negative energy to my own two parents. So we have a culture that defends that, okay? A culture. The people who claim they love you who don't, okay? They will do all they can to stop you from growing. They will stumble, like talk to emotions. They have meetings and discussions and everything else to try to be the flying monkeys of the wicked witch, like the movie Wizard of Oz, trying to be the gatekeepers. So I had everywhere I went, you had a culture of people of all races who believe in this mentality, who want to maintain that culture. I am the genocide of that culture. You know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be part of the culture or the state. But they're trying to make this part of society relevant because that culture, ever since 1979 in the 60s and 70s, is dying out. They want to retain it, especially from the baby boomer generation and those before them. They doing all they can. They even go against you violently and beat you if you don't go along with it because they want to see that legacy go on. In my case, I don't want no part of that legacy, and I pray every day to lose it. Okay, so when you're going to people, because one thing the Bible does say, and St. Paul said in Ephesians, that people you're fighting not against flesh powers, you're not fighting against flesh, you're fighting the principality and spirit. I mean, okay. So these bad spirits of people involved in this culture, when they see a unique person like me who don't mind working, okay, because you gotta eat, okay, pay bills, but don't share their personality, don't share their agenda, they're doing all they can to knock me down. They're doing all they can to stop me when, and when you're trying to make it, when you have a goal, they try to discourage you. They even tell you not to worry about it. I never get when I went to Job Corps the first time, business technology class, I started to go extreme. And that white teacher he was married to a Hispanic man, but they all married to an Asian who was a Bush loving, and I don't know how she hate white, but she loved Bush. And she's a Republican Baptist woman. Okay, her dad from the East Texas. I'm glad she retired after I was able to go to the college program. I started going to college program back in 2005. She told me, and a dark skinned brother who Jehovah's Witness, I believe, he went to Germany, who to slow down. Okay, why these older generation baby boomers telling Generation X to not go fast so they can have something in life to live on and be independent. Because I don't care if I was going to be working harder. At least I'm really working hard. But when I did slow down, then they started complaining that I was taking a long time to get out that class. Not particularly her. And I'm like, well, you should never stop my drive. Because y'all trying to tell me, listen to me. I don't listen. I'm hard-headed. Not to say, but the mentality of that was there. And I'm hard-headed because I like what I want, get what I want. That's what I want. I don't want your daggone ass and stupid police and Virginia in my life. So they waste their time to talk to someone who actually hate what you're trying to talk about. You're stupid. So anyway, so since you don't provide their agenda that they share, they'll do all they can, whether the higher up or the lower part, to stop you from getting your goal. That's the real reason why. So since I don't go along with the one drop rule, which is no longer a law, I don't see myself. I mean, I acknowledge me being victimized, but I don't have that trying to stay in victim mode mentality. You know what I'm saying? I want to be the victim of it. Since I don't have this ultra conservative view, and I don't want to be part of this state, okay? If I want to go somewhere that fits my criteria, fits my agenda, fits my politics, they're losing their culture by the bodies of it. So they do all they can to do to stop that person from growing. Do all they can to deny the opportunity, deny and put applications. They don't want to see that culture they was raised, they was taught it was supposed to be there to go away through me. So I'm somehow the last hope of that culture. So regardless as a white person, the person, African descendant person, or if you're black, they losing that legacy and they do all they can to hurt me, abuse me, mistreat me, even try to threaten to kill, whatever, to keep that relevant in my life when they have a life of their own. They have a bunch of bodies of that culture who keep it relevant amongst themselves. So now let's get to why I brought up David Goldberg's book about how to deal with white people. It's on Amazon Kindle. I always come to work, and if I am late, I let you know about it. And if I'm going to be late, I ride Ubers, I ride taxis, I ride what's the lifts, okay? In order to be on time. Either I'm losing money, I'm getting money by being on time. Now, in that book, that man said they don't white a lot of white supervisors do not like a person of color, especially African descent, who is a hardworking, come to time person. They'll get the lazy ones. And I noticed that they do get the lazy who don't want to do anything, who don't do nothing, type ghetto trash. I've seen it, okay? And choose someone like me and tell me I'm not proud of who I am and all other stuff. Because I'm not that little mission show stereotype, not the black face of the white supremacy, if you know what I mean, okay? Now, This what they say. They don't. This what the man said in their book. He said, "Prepare to be a temporary assignment." Which is why I was working temporary over the years. I stayed with my grandmother, and I worked temporary over the years. It's because they don't want to see you there and let you kiss up to them. Now he didn't say this. That was interpreting and read that book, and he's right. And then when I go on the job, the same pro black, pro brown, Latino, all this stuff get washed away when these white folks walk in. Me, I'm the pro multiracial descended person. I'm very proud of my African American and French Spanish Creole, which include Hispanic, English, Irish descent with white and American. Okay, and I don't deny who I am. Real, I'm more liberal. You know what I'm saying? I want people to know why I'm more open about things, because people assume that I go on with their bullshit when I don't. Okay, now because I'm an individual, I have to be treated as an individual, not collective. Now, when I see something that's unjust, like I said, if I work in the police department, I will break the blue code, because I don't want nobody to do that to me. He was a bad steward. This can be a bad steward, a bad thought of it, then being Satan, okay, with 3 6s on his head to be my authority if I'm gonna deal with that, okay? You ain't angelic and trying to be like God, like, then you should not be an authority figure, and I call it like it is. Now, but these folks go along with it for a paycheck. These folks will sell their own community for a paycheck. And I've seen this happen many dozens of times. And they cannot go to church every Sunday with a Protestant or Catholic and say, "Oh, I love Jesus," do Santa Claus, whatever, when they chose to. Can't talk about Illuminati stories about selling souls to the devil for some paycheck. Excuse me, they already done it. They're poor abuse. They very act just like Massa, or the white man that was in the Bracero days, Bracero days, beating the Mexican folks when they was treating them like slaves during that time. Or they cannot. They turn to that type of personality and think that it's cool and even do it to their own children. Okay. So they want to know why a lot of, if Cola and Falter want to say why black, even including Hispanic kids, are angry. If their parents are beating you with chunklers and beating you with uncle things, that will cause you to provoke you to anger. It was St. Paul said in Galatians 3:21. Hello, it's about the white cops who get beaten, who beat as children, who come from that, especially from a conservative, a Protestant upbringing. They will take that same energy they learned as and take it against people in their authority, because other white folks, and especially as they talk that people of color are not human, whether be African, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever, and they put that's why LAPD recruited in the South. Okay, we might got racist cops, and they went to the South, the neck of the woods, to recruit their police department. You could nobody around. They could go to the hood, the barrio, and tell the gangsters, "Put your gun down, start selling coke and crack and whatever, and we come join us at LAPD." That goes on, but I'm talking about just people who lead the gangster life and be just in the badge. Okay, I ain't talking about those who are the bad. I know there's gang members. Okay, whether it be African and Hispanic, okay, even one who got Tupac killed, okay, Afro Latino, y'all know what I'm talking about in a death row situation, okay, with all of us, I understand that, okay, and those who part of the Senate, whatever, I know that, okay, but whatever, that is true. However, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people who change their life in the spirit, who come into the police department with a clean slate, ask God forgiveness, change their behavior, and try to be just on the job. They should have went to and recruit then. They would not be no police brutality and other stuff. No, they went to the South, the wicked West, the wicked West, the wicked Ratchet South. Okay, to recruit those officers who had racist agendas already, and they promoted them. That's why LAPD, and they do it all over, but LAPD is particular thanks to Joe Brown for visioning on We Are TV. Okay, Joe Brown telling the truth. Now, these people here in Texas, since I don't have that slave, even I'm not Mexican, but I do have Spanish Creole, cotton pick shopping mentality, I see myself as a freeman. That's pride. I see myself as a runaway, not a house slave, or a field slave, not a house nigga or nigga, ERA, don't matter. I have that much pride. A lot of folks, especially who are white, are intimidating, who are racist, whether it be undercover or openly claim to be liberal or conservative, or intimidate that. They want to see a brother who refer himself a nigga or see himself low or have this low standard, and they try to act like Jimmy Taylor in Uganda, trying to say, "I hate myself." No, I don't, okay? Now, since I come to work majority on time. We all human who have not been late for work, but at least pay Uber, pay taxes, pay yellow cab, pay whatever. Trying to get when I was, you know what I'm saying, get to work on time so I can have that money. They see someone that motivated and driven, they don't, especially, but I'm not the right color. My white DNA didn't make me look white, okay? The black DNA and a little bit name record didn't make me look right, okay? That's all it is. So they use it as a stumbling block. If unless I bow down and bow down to these people, then I get a job. Then I'm also, you know what I'm saying? Then I'm promoted. But I don't have that mentality, okay? Because I see myself as a king, okay? I feel like Beyonce by that bitch, okay? You know what I'm saying? I don't see myself as a slave, a peasant, okay? That's what pride is. These folks come here who attack me, say I don't get no blessings. Excuse me, you are very false interpreter. The Bible says that even Jesus said that even God is merciful to ungrateful and wicked, and be merciful as your Father, and don't condemn you to be judged and judged. In Luke 6:21-37. So if I'm wicked and evil, I'm still getting mercy from God. Stop reading the Old Testament and distorting it, like what Saint Peter said in his second letter, third chapter, warning us about. Okay, and twisting the Pauline letters, St. Paul words, and I'm saying, let's be real. So I'm not stupid. So point is, the people who do God's work will suffer too. Okay, so they say in Galatians as well. Okay, so that's the whole reason why. But in that book with David Goldberg, why the white, I mean, how to deal with white people, whatever it's called, white folks, and it's a white Jew saying this. He said they don't want to see a successful person of color to it because they're afraid that if you get those positions, you're going to hire more people. Me, I hire anybody for a job. I am in for affirmative action. However, I've hired anybody for a job. Okay? You know what I'm saying? Who has the criteria. I don't care what color you are. And yes, I will diversify my job as long as you fit the criteria for the job so we can have a even playing field, okay? You know what I'm saying? Because I see myself as a boss anyway. But these people here would try to say, you know, you know what I'm saying, that I should get hired based on whatever. No, I qualify for a job, but don't discriminate me because I'm, you know what I'm saying? So that's why we need affirmative action, because we actually make white women benefit from, you know, affirmative action than us when people of color. When we have white now, we many of them don't look white, so it's called like is. Even the sisters in Hispanic, Asian, mixed, whatever, don't, you know, and they marry whatever, don't benefit, okay, as much as these white women benefit from affirmative action. You know what I'm saying? It's called like is. Where's the Me Too moment when the women of color getting abused and mistreated? Okay, hello. Now, anyway, y'all talking about Bill Cosby, but where's the Me Too moment for Bill Cosby before R. Kelly? I had to go there. Okay, I don't see no Me Too moment to put R. Kelly locked up for what he did to them sisters and the lead and everybody else and peeing on Sparkle's niece and everything else. That's all it is. Having a sex code, I don't see that. So, anyway, see, hello. Now, as this situation, y'all look at me in Texas. When Trump said, and I do agree, you have corrupt, so-called loving white people who are not loving when it comes to people of color, who don't do anything. Even David Goldberg said in his book, in Otis Albert, you know what I'm saying, the white people lie. He's a white man who wrote that book. I have that book on Kindle and on the hard copy of it. About they don't do, they just talk about racism, don't do anything about it. Okay, so you have, you know what I'm saying, so, and who are so-called white liberal who don't actually live up to the word liberal, and I can take that how the way they talk and how they act, no matter how they pretend because I'm a liberal my own self of color. Okay, and they don't do anything about the situation. They let us go through it and turn their heads once they get in the seats, and that's true. So when I heard Donald Trump say we have to lose in Detroit, Chicago, New York, and L.A., where it's mostly liberal, excuse me, in the South, many of us who don't butt ends, don't you know, you just want to work and get treated like respect. We don't want to be, you know, say like myself. I don't mind. Like I said, if I did something wrong, you can talk to me in an appropriate manner and just point out my wrong without acting ugly and ratchet and treat me like I'm not even human. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So, and I would prove that because either Bible says people correct in kindness, you know, the slave or servant law correct in kindness in 2 Timothy chapter 2, 24, 26. But I don't see y'all act like y'all claim to be a Christian people here in the South, which are not, and come to your actions. So, and I ain't all that Christ like either, but don't try to put me, I'm taking spin on mine, it would be yours. story, okay? However, they talk to me like I'm not human, but talk to the white counterparts like that. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're dealing with. And I ain't gonna talk to nobody talking to me crazy. If I don't talk to my own mama, they ain't talking to me crazy. I'm not, yeah, I walked out jobs where they talking to me crazy. No, you know, I know why you're doing that. Well, I'm not one of them butt breaking brothers who claim me hotel acting like Fitler and what's the other character from Roots, and what's the other one from Stephen Chango type shit. Okay, I'm not one of them brothers. They the why our community are failing, and that's why the women take over the community. They kind of be tough based on stereotype, but they don't put in work as a real being, as in being providers and builders, and all the other stuff. Call it is. Okay, too busy with insecurity. And I say all brothers, sometimes the ones who fit the stereotype. So I ain't listening to that. You dumb enough to allow people to put burdens on you. You're not man enough to fight against those burdens. Even if it takes death. Okay, that show how proud you are. Death over tyranny. Okay, I don't have that mentality. You know, I deal with my own grandmother. I don't go see on my dad's side. I'm not dealing with people. I don't deal with anyone who shares that type of energy. Don't come after me. Go after somebody else who's stupidly open to that. That's the reason why. So I'm impoverished because a hardworking person who don't take shit. Okay, I'm not no butt breaking brothers who want yes sir missile and act like Stephen Fitchit. Okay, and lazy Richard and all that other stuff. And I definitely don't allow nobody to talk to me crazy. And I will do the job much I can and do it. If I can't do that, I'll come to you as a supervisor and let you know I'm doing this whatever because I'm a servant like this. And I wasn't a servant growing up, but as you grow you have to be a circle. You want all this bullshit happening, especially when you come to afford God forbid it happen after 40 years old, okay? So that's the whole reason why that I don't have that mentality. A lot of these other folks in color do. They will do anything for a paycheck. And you can't get mad at ghetto gaggers. And I'm like, damn, I get mad because I think they're stupid. Or what's the Latino throws, but they acting without the sex involved. They acting like Sweetie from Housewives. That's why before Kim got called out, the white woman with the hair on her head, before Nene and King and everybody else called her ass out except for Sheree. Remember Sheree said, black women stick together, and Nene said, "I'm rich, bitch." Well, Sheree stood by Kim's side. Zodiac, what her name is, okay? And when years ago, remember 2010, when Sweetie was working with I know she was Nigerian, was working with Kim. Kim treated her like shit. This white woman said, "I don't see color." Yes, you do. If it was a blonde white woman, pale, you wouldn't talk to her like that. That's why Nene called you a slave master and cussed your ass out. And I'm sorry, I know Nene can get ratchet and she may be into an angry black woman stereotype, but I was on Team Nene's side because we need to confront these motherfuckers of any color who treat us like that. Well, how long? That's why white supremacy is still alive because some of these dumb old slave-minded, Jim Crow-minded elders teach that shit and say, hey, you're supposed to go along with no, what the hell I'm not. No, the hell the fuck no. Okay, not y'all. That's why we still got this problem going on. Okay, so point is, not all y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so Nene cussed her ass out, and Sweetie, like a damn slave, turned against her. And the next thing we found out, Sweetie got fired. She got falsely accused. I believe she was falsely stealing from Kim. Okay, that's how they treat. That's how minorities get treated, and if the ones who allow it stand by their white boss and do the minority person who don't go along with the bullshit. Okay? So I don't want anybody try to be crazy. Okay? You gonna respect me like I'm human on this earth because I am human and you're human. We're gonna treat each other with respect. You don't try to be crazy. I don't care what your mama and dad who abuse you, mine did too. And guess what? I don't give a damn about them because anybody who bring a child world to abuse, so they can take the gratification shit on them, so they can feel because they don't fail on their own life. That's selfish itself. Okay, I'm glad the sword of the Lord set us up, separate us, and it said Matthew 10. Okay, I don't want no part of that in my life. I don't want no legacy of that. I want no longevity of that shit. So I don't want to come to work remind me of my past. I didn't bring the past up, but you want to bring the past up by treat me that way because you assume that a bunch of us got beaten by their own mammies or pappies with a slave mentality. Accept that shit. I am so proud of myself. I don't. I might fight you if you do put your hand on me. I don't care if you probably work or not. Okay? So, point is, respect goes both ways. There should not be anybody disrespecting anybody, whether it be the employer or the employee. We should come together, respect each other so we can make things happen. But no, they want ratchet behavior. They want them to have the entitlement and the the favoritism of talking to you like trash and you be treated like a doormat roach, okay? Or you know what I'm saying? And that's what they want me to be, a punching bag, and I'm not a punching bag person, okay? No, I'm not. I've been punched so many times to the point I want to kill my own damn family. You think I want to go to life like that? Okay, or at the school too, okay? I don't want treat respect. That's all I'm asking. You don't treat respect, then fuck you, and I go to another place. And I gotta lose my family a dead bad day, okay? Truth of the matter is, that's the whole reason why that I am in private. I refuse to be butt breaking. I refuse to be treated like trash. And I get the jobs. I go after jobs that I actually qualify for, that I don't have the skills for it. But since I'm not a certain color or certain, even when it comes to brothers who be in the boss, I ain't think little but a thug, a hyper masculine stereotype. You didn't want to know why that means the white boss get along than you do. You know what I'm saying? Because last time I checked, Martin King fought for us to have freedom, include individual freedom. You don't like me? Is I'm not your. Go watch Amos and Andy. Go watch Step and Fletcher. If you're looking for stereotypes, I'm not them. Okay. I'm my own person, and I have a right to be my own person. And I'm getting tired of people trying to downplay and try to contemplate my individual rights so I can get some money. Hell to no. You're gonna accept me for who I am, and you're gonna like it. Then fuck you, and don't and hope you lose your position. Okay? Because many times some people who didn't deny me jobs or did me wrong on job. Let's be real. I'm gonna tell it like it is. Half of them folks, not all of them, lost their positions, and I ain't had to snitch. Yeah, thank you. So therefore, you know what I'm saying. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna allow myself to be treated like trash for a better paycheck. I'm not the bitches and hoes of color on ghetto gaggers and what's the other Latino or whatever at race play bullshit. You're gonna respect me and I respect you and we're gonna have no beef. Cause I didn't come put an application and rest me for have a damn ass beef. I came here to work and make money. And if you're gonna treat me like shit, then I will walk out, okay? And you will lose your employee, okay? Because I'm not a punching bag. So a lot of folks believe in having employees be their punching bags. I refuse to be one. So that's the reason why I don't get what I get the so-called blessings from the devil, should I say, from these people, okay? And so therefore, I'm trying to push myself to be an entrepreneur. Just understand it mentally, when you're taught all your life to be a worker, you're trying to repent this mentality and try to be your own boss, trying to read, trying to learn about motivational stuff. That's the difference. So that's why. But as I look at it, once I become my own boss, I worry about these folks talking all that shit because guess what? They still had to clock in and they treat like shit, and they mad because I had the courage and not to be attended by these folks and not to be treated like shit. That's the difference between me and them. They stupid. I don't care what your damn mama did. They didn't love you. Love is not. I mean, cuss here, but the Bible says love is not capable of injury in second 13, first Peter, first Corinthians 13. So why would I believe that's love? Okay, talking be crazy. Go talk to somebody else who choose to live that way. So they won't. So a lot of these jobs out there that people saying that Trump didn't I say that? Well, guess what? The Department, the Texas Department, Texas Welfare Commission, Civil Rights Division, along with the EOC, have a bunch of discrimination cases. I worked. Somebody I ain't gonna say who it is said that they had so many complaints. DPS, which is the Department of Safety, Texas Department of Safety, having complaints about these Houston security companies. Okay, so what that tells you, I ain't the one just I had screaming and complaining. I'm just more vocal about it, so I will not be the damn victim in the future. Okay, I'll be the victor. Okay. These folks want to be gatekeeping the victimhood because it benefits them and they choose to be victim like a dumbass. I refuse to be that those people. So that's the whole reason why. Okay? Trump 19, why nobody ain't offering in the entrepreneur classes do Trump legacy? I would love to ask that question to the minority. I ain't talking to white people, I said minorities. People of color, African American descent, Hispanic, Asian. Why nobody ain't offering no doggone entrepreneur class in them hoods? Definitely so they can have their own shit. They don't have a dope deal. They don't gotta do none of that mess. Be gang bangers. They can be their own. They be the boss, the gangster boss with a degree. A gangster boss with their own legit business. Even I mean not a true gangster. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying. Without the killing and murder, but be the one in charge. Be the boss as what's the rapper name that's getting all the heat right now in here in Houston? Slim Thug. Be a boss with a certificate from the state of having their own business. Okay? How about that? Seeing that, but no, because white men who are racist see that shit, they'll be intimidated about that. They want to see men of color and women to be cotton picking and strawberry pickers for their company, but not literally, but even working in the corporate office with that mentality. I don't have that mentality. Okay, so all about I have self hate. Ain't no damn self hate here. It's y'all who allow yourself to be abused and mistreated and try to pass it to somebody else. Y'all don't want to hate yourselves. Have no self worth in your damn self. You do it to your own children as selfish you are, bringing kids to work and treating them like shit because you want to feel bad, good about you, because you don't feel good about it. That's called like it is. So that's why my mentality different. But in that book, it said that they treat your, they said if you're African American, even of folks of color, treat your job assignment like it's temporary because they see you hardworking. They're afraid of you growing in the company. And the only ones who make it, and I call it is majority of the time, for those who bow down and act like without sex involved, ghetto gaggers, and what's the other Latino? Yeah, bow down, put them on, act like treasure, but put a fist pump and say, I'm proud to be black, proud to be brown, Hispanic, whatever, Latino, whatever it is. Don't let that fool you. Don't let that fool you. Okay? Cause you know what I'm saying? And then they start emulate their attitude, their destructive, abusive attitude on the doggone job because they have colors. So the white folks who don't want no backlash, who with this mentality, they'll get the people of color, the Aunt Mamas, the Savage Fiddlers, the Pocho, the Tia Taco, you know what I'm saying? Get these coconuts, these malichistas with mentality to do the same thing with you. And if you don't go along with it and they're trying to say your money, baby, please, God can give me way more money than some dumb human on this earth. Let's be real with that. Meantime, I left jobs and I got blessed from the upper most of $1 million, but at least it was something better than nothing. So therefore, I don't listen to that old dumb human stuff. Him being want to use the authority role to be a destructive, abusive shows a lot of demonic entity from that person. Okay, ain't nothing angelic with them. Okay, so I see I have a gift of discernment. I have a gift of discernment, y'all. I really do. So that's the why I'm proud because I don't let these people abuse me, treat me like trash. Respect go both ways. I don't come up with an attitude, but once you start rapping or raising your voice at me and talking to me, oh no, it's on. Those are fighting mentality. I didn't come here to work to get treated like shit. You can go to get treated like shit by whoever above you in the hierarchy of the company, but don't pass that pain and suffering with me. Okay? So that's what it is. All right? So that's why I let folks know that y'all sit here. That's why I'm in private. Now, if I was in the nanny states, the liberal states, you would not be seeing this shit. I'll be living good in Hollywood, do whatever, because I motivate myself. I do what I want to do, and I want to live the high life and the lavish life. That's why I don't want to get a life. I don't want to buy a life. I want the lavish life. You know what I'm saying? I want the eating some steaks and everything. That's why. So, but y'all, I have friends who are entrepreneurs online who's trying to move it. It's hard. I understand, be patient and be persistent as I can, trying to change my mentality on my own. I don't have a support team. Okay, I have folks want me to submissive and be treated like doorman and trying to put God's name and distort the Bible to keep me in that state. So that's what I have around me. Okay, but when you got to isolate yourself, you're trying to change, you're trying to learn things and everything else. That's what I'm dealing with. Okay, so I understand, but as things going on in my life, my mind is changing, and I'm coming out. I feel like Roy Stephenson coming out of the dog. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take. It doesn't take one day, y'all. It's persistent. Those who watch my channel, who are on entrepreneur YouTube, that I subscribe to, trust me, I am trying to wake up. Okay, but when you've been brainwashed and told to be a worker and told you ain't gonna make it in life, and you're trying to fight that as much as you can fight those temptations and shit, it takes a while. Okay, it does. So anyway, but y'all, like I say, that's why I'm in private because I don't take shit. I believe you respect me, respect. I don't care what your title is. Okay, at the same time, we're both human. Okay, you respect me, I respect you. It ain't gonna be because I have a title. I can treat you like a roach on ground, a bug on ground. Okay, and I'm not gonna do you that way either because you're human. You gave me a job, but once you cross the line of disrespect, it's over. Okay, it's forever. It's what the car be. I like the song. It's forever. Be forever. Rain down on the beach twice. It's forever. I don't anybody in their walk, in their attitude, in their character. I don't want their asses near me. I don't care who they are. I don't care what color or whatever. You treat me respect, I treat you respect. You don't treat me respect, I don't want you around me. Okay? Even your own parents probably, bro. That's not for abortion or other people, but me, like I told my family before, y'all should have aborted me a long time ago. You put that bullshit in my life. Okay? Y'all wrong past that shit. You trying to stand, you the scam, you don't want to try to scandalize me. You should be thrown to the sea with that mess. Okay? So I don't want to hear none of that other crap. How we were raised. Keep your dysfunctional upbringing out of my life, please. All right? So don't put that mess. Since I don't have that old concerted dumb view, the things that the functional behavior and culture, you don't get rewarded. That's what it is. So that's why. All right. All right. Bye. Have a nice day.